Because now I can actually force myself to go and have a good time and not think about doing work.
I feel like moving has helped you as well, because I remember before you never invite people to your place at all because
it was a mess.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Well, PewDiePie roasted me. It was terrible.
Wow.
Yeah,
but now you're in a more central place, so it's easier to just like invite people and sort out your own
because
things.
you know when I lived like an hour away, like a minimum of an hour journey, right? An hour is a long time to lose in a day when I try and make every goddamn hour count.
Yeah.
So when 2 hours goes there and back, right? You know, now it's a lot quicker for me, which is great for most places. But yeah, I would spend so much time traveling, and I'm not the kind of person who can work on a train. I don't know about you.
Well,
you can,
definitely,
right?
definitely not Tokyo trains.
Yeah, you know, if I'm standing, there's absolutely no way I can do any work. And sometimes
I can. I figured out a way.
Do you get this thing though? Sometimes?
How? What work do you do on a train?
Well, I can answer emails. I can work on scripts because you can do it all on your phone.
Fuck off! Can you work on scripts on the train, Joey?
I do that. I do that.
Do you ever have, right? I don't know if this is another thing or this is just a me thing, right? I have these things where it's an email, but it's an email that I need to sit down and look at. Like it's a focus email. I can't do it when I'm standing. I got to sit down and be like, okay.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
You don't? I'm envious of you.
I have that. Like, I can't answer important emails on my phone. I need to, like, sit down on a laptop or a computer or something.
It feels so much nicer on a computer. I have the big screen so I can think about my words on a bigger resolution. I don't know why that matters.
Do you activate different neurons when you sit down? Like,
Callie, back me up here. Do you do this?
I mean, I agree, actually, entirely, especially when it comes to music. Though sometimes I'll be like on a plane, on a train, I get my phone out, I'm like, I'm ready to work. And I'm like, nope, time for a nap. And I just put my phone away.
People who work on planes are like, just like what happened in their childhood?
I know, I can work on planes.
What happened in your childhood?
I can work on planes.
That's fucked up.
Working on a plane is different than working on a train, okay? With a train?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You're like this in the fucking cabin. There's people next to you. Like they bring the food over. You're like, oh shit, the fucking laptop.
Because on a plane, you are...
I do it on my phone.
Yeah. No, you don't work on your phone, Joey. You need a fucking laptop or at least a tablet. A phone?
You can't work on a plane, right?
No, I mean, what happens is I think I'm going to, so I bring my
levels
laptop,
of psychopaths.
I bring it in the carry-on, and I put it on the table, and I'm ready to work, and then suddenly someone comes with a glass of Chardonnay, and they're like, here you go. And I'm like, all right, well, I got to find a freaking place for this. Then I turn on the thing, and I'm looking at the map, and I'm like, I wonder what movies they have. And suddenly I'm looking at the movies. Holy shit, they have this one I wanted to watch.
If I was in like first class of business, I had the whole fucking thing set up. Yeah, okay, maybe we can talk about working. When I'm in economy, I'm just depressed. I don't want to think about work. I want to watch whatever Jason Statham movie is on this plane.
No, I'm depressed because there's no good movies on. It's always shit movies, which I hate. Yeah, it's plane movies. So if I'm going to be in a bad mood, I might as well be in a bad mood and do some work. You know, that's
exactly like why like I hate like watching movies on a plane because for one they're all movies I don't want to watch. So I'm like, well, what is there to do? I'm not just gonna like fucking blankly stare out the window for
exactly.
Take a nap.
I don't know. Yeah, I just like
okay. When I say I work on a plane,
sleep,
when I say I work on a plane, I'm not working the whole fucking trip.
Jerry's like making calls. Sell my stock, god damn it!
Haven't seen my kids in 3 days. Okay, if I'm like flying from Tokyo to LA, right? It's like what 10, 11-hour flight. I'm probably working max like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, same.
The rest of the time I'm like reading a book or like taking a nap or watching a movie, God forbid.
Yeah.
Like doing something else basically. Like I'm not that much of a fucking machine where I'm like 11 hours on this flight. All right, 11 full hours of work. Like
Mudan is the only guy.
Yeah, Mudan's like
the final stage.
He brings his desktop on the plane.
That is powerful.
No, Mudan's the type of guy who's like, oh, you need a video edited? Let me whip out my phone real quick.
Oh my God, he's done that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's done that before.
Powerful.
Has he actually?
He's used the remote control on his phone to edit on his PC.
Yeah, it's just like a virtual.
That's what I'm saying. This guy's plugged into the Matrix. Yeah, this is it. This is when you reach your final form.
Yeah.
This is the final evolution of like humans, you know. No, but like, how'd you script on your phone? Like, especially if you're standing up, right, in a crowded train. It's impossible for me to get the right mindset. Let alone, I can't get like a single thought together.
So if I'm in like a crowded train, I'm not writing script. I'm like doing like the research for the script. Because it's easy enough to just, because you're already on your phone on a crowded train, right? Like looking at Twitter or whatever. So what's the difference between looking at Twitter and looking at like a web page or, or like an anime news site or something?
Philip DeFranco. I'm just like,
or like a YouTube video, right? Like it's the same motion, but like I'm not there fucking typing it out on a crowded train. Obviously not. Like if I'm sitting down on a train, sure, I can fucking whip it out and start typing some shit in, but I don't know.
I wish I had that power, man.
I mean, if you did that, you'd probably be able to upload every week.
Maybe that's what's missing.
I don't think it's that. It's much as he wishes.
Oh, shots fired.
I mean, do you find like you have to be in a certain environment when you write your music? Or is it just like whenever inspiration hits?
That's a good question. To be completely honest, I can't force it. I just can't. Sometimes I'm in the mood to write this song. Sometimes I'm not. And if I force it, then the lyrics are going to turn out real bad. So I just have to be really mindful of when I'm feeling that inspiration, though. It does get a bit stronger as the deadline creeps up. It's not procrastination, I promise. It's just...
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say, yeah.
I feel though making music is a completely different part of your brain that doesn't overlap with any other type of activity.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like I couldn't write music on a plane or anywhere that's not my room, even when I'm in my room, I need to be as Callie said, I need to be in like a specific mood.
That's me in scripting. Like I need to be in like a specific mood. I can do like admin stuff on my phone and shit like that, but like scripting's like sacred.
Well, that's probably why your scripting is way better than mine.
It sounds like you have that with everything though, Garn. Sounds like you have to be in the mood to shit as well.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being in the mood to shit.
This man, everything needs to be in a monk-like Zen mode to get anything done. We're like, can you order some food? No, it's not the time.
I need to be in the right mindset to open up Uber Eats.
I just get distracted too easily.
You do. Genius takes a while. Yeah, if you actually open the fucking app.
Yeah.
That's why I need like the certain apps that I'm comfortable with. I want to stay on those apps. Don't give me anything new. TikTok scares me, okay? Yes, I'm a boomer, okay? Say it!
No, it's okay, Gon. You're going to age way better than me. It's fine. I'm just jealous, secretly.
He has the upper hand now.
How does it feel looking at Chris and being like, I'm going to be that in 5-10 years?
That's brutal to Chris.
They don't stop.
We all know it's true, though. Come on. We all know it's true.
Chris looks good. Chris great, yeah. I'll be bald at Chris's age. Oh, my God. Sad but true. Prayer for me. Oh, my God. What's your favorite like live streaming meme or like words that they use? Because live stream has its own lingo.
That's right. Let me think.
I don't think I've ever seen Callie throw out like the Keck W or like
I can't.
a Pog or anything.
You don't Keck W? You don't Sanj?
Yeah, that's because she's not on Twitch. Right,
I can't do it.
That's a Twitch thing.
I wish I had it.
Are you able to say the word Pog or Keck W without?
No, I can't. It's too much for me.
You can't give out like a Monka S every now and then.
I know I'm pretty cringe here and there, but that's just a little. It's a little too much. I think I might collapse into myself like a black hole. And I can't do it, man.
What's your go-to? Pepe hands.
So that's all you're gonna get from me because somebody's been sending me Pepe hands supers recently, and it stays in my mind.
Is there a meme you like to see pop up?
Let's see. Let me think.
I think I asked this
I have to think really carefully about how I answer this one because
every
there's a hot
conversational
debate.
question you ask is meme related.
I do want to know
right
what people's tastes in memes are, so we can kind of gauge their level of internet
We don't do a lot of memes in my chat. I feel like there's
YouTubers versus Twitch streamers, right?
Yeah, it's hard because I feel like it depends on the chat, right? And I'm certainly not. Like, for example, it's not that everyone in Holo EN's chats are like averse to memes. No. It's just the crowd that I've attracted, I think, isn't super hardcore. And we still have a few.
Sometimes I'll go to a VTuber stream and I'll watch it and I'll just like not understand it. And they'll be like, oh my God, they said banana. It's the thing. It's the in-joke. And I'm like, what? What's going on?
There are a lot of those.
I feel that applies to like every YouTuber.
No, it doesn't. I don't. Not with Twitch, at least. I feel like I haven't seen that.
I feel that applies to me on Twitch, honestly.
Oh,
yes. No,
the in-jokes.
Yeah, the in-jokes on Twitch. But just because I don't spend enough time watching Twitch streams.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my
ass. I feel like on Twitch
talking out my ass.
I feel that with Twitch is like multiple layers. It's like it starts off with a Twitch reference that is specific to Twitch, and then that evolves into an in-joke. So it's like multiple layers that you have to understand. Whereas on YouTube, there isn't really like specific lingo, I guess. I don't know.
Well, no, with HoloLive, it's I think all the memes that come from the subreddit, I assume, right?
Yeah.
That's right. There are a lot of things popping off there, I think, for sure. But
I mean, it's the same with Trash Taste, right? Like a lot of the memes come from the subreddit.
That's true. That is true.
They come from somewhere, that's for sure. But I mean,
that's what we need Reddit for. Just the memes.
Yeah. To keep up to date.
Yeah, just keep up to date with all the memes, right?
I mean, I guess occasionally when it's just little things. It's not necessarily just words being spammed in chat, but rather things that I do or make a habit of. For example, my intro and outro. A lot of times when I start the stream, I'll turn up the reverb and the echo, and I'll just say, "Gah!" And then everyone in the chat just says "gah," or they use the "gah" emote. That's about it. Hi, Callie, how are you? Hey, that's it. That's about it. And then at the end, everyone says peace. Turn up the reverb, turn up the echo, peace, and everyone spams peace in the chat, you know? But it's not just like word after word that's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not a lot of, emotes. Of course, you pull out the glow sticks and the music emote for the live shows.
Yeah,
That's about the extent of where it goes to, I think. Now, for others in EN, I can see it being kind of different. You know, they've all got their own personal like inside jokes and words people like to say in chat, but people get frustrated about that sometimes because not everybody's a big fan of the same memes being used over and over again in chat. There's a lot of fighting.
Yeah, and it also makes it difficult sometimes for newer people to come in if it's just all in jokes, right?
Yeah,
so it's important to maintain the balance of, hey, chat, shut the fuck up.
Because you also don't want to be that guy that's like, what does this mean, chat? Like, there's that pressure as well. So
yeah, exactly. I guess the closest thing we ever got was, you guys know Adam Sandler?
Yeah, of course.
Anyway,
is that
just
like
the way you said that?
Is that like an underground?
Yeah. This underground new
you said
YouTuber,
that as if it was like an avant-garde musical artist that we'd never heard of.
It's like me go. Do you guys know this guy called Nicolas Cage?
Do you know Barack Obama?
I don't know how relevant Adam is these days.
So where is this going?
I mean, he just has become like a prominent figure in like the lore. Same with
What?
Shrek. It's just it's stuff like that. See, and here's
Adam
where like
Sandler?
new people getting into the stream would maybe get confused.
So how is Adam Sandler playing a part?
He's just always kind of been there, like his spirit. It's like hard to explain.
You know he's
A
still
long time
alive,
ago,
right?
there was an event.
he's still doing well.
A long time ago, there was an event where that we canonically we erased it from our brains, and I've been having trouble remembering it.
Right.
There was the existence of an emote, I believe. I can't remember what it looks like, and I don't remember what we called it, but I know old Adam was involved, and we banished it. From the chat, we had like a burning ceremony and everything.
What?
After watching
Is this
Adam's
like your
movies, I can't
Mandela
remember
effect
it,
in
though.
motion or something like that?
Yeah, I mean,
What? How
we get a little crazy sometimes.
So I understand.
I'm missing so many parts of the context of this story.
We've jumped right to the exile of Adam Sandler. How did we get to the exile? How did it even begin?
I mean, I was just kind of like, listen, when I was a young baby reaper, Mama Mori often put old Adam on the screen when she went off to work, and I'd watch old Adam. Back then, just me and
Just
my
me and Adam.
Sandler movies.
Just me and Adam.
And of
What
course,
is your-
it came up again in chat. People were like, "Oh, what movies do you like?" And I was like, "Have you guys seen Happy Gilmore?" And they're like,
I love Happy Gilmore. It's
Happy
great.
Gilmore's great.
Actually, I do think that's
What
a
are
good
your
movie.
favorite Adam Sandler movies?
Mr. Deeds.
I love Mr. Deeds.
I've not
Such a
seen
good
that one.
That's I recommend
My
it.
favorite scene is when he's like hitting his foot.
Yeah, and his foot's like black from the frostbite. Yeah, that's right. I learned my first curse words from that movie.
I don't remember that scene.
Oh,
I've seen the
God.
movie. I don't
Hashtag
remember the
relay.
scene.
I've seen, I think, 50 First Dates.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that
like
was not
actually
bad.
like a good one.
I think that's a good one. And
I think Click's my favorite.
Click's a pretty good
Click's
one
good.
too. I
Click's
Anger
like
Management. Oh, Sydney showed me Wedding Singer the other day
Wedding
because I was
Singer's good
talking about Adam Sandler.
that.
Why were you talking about Adam Sandler?
I can't remember.
Why does Adam just
Shit,
creep
why
into
was I
everyone's-
talking about Adam Sandler?
Adam just creeps into everyone's
Sydney,
subconscious.
why was I talking about Adam Sandler again? Alright, she's in another room right now.
I mean, what was I gonna say? Good old Adam. He's become like a presence, and it's hard to explain why, but he just creeped in. Have you guys seen Uncut Gems?
It's amazing.
I haven't.
That was
I've been
such a
trying to
good
get these
movie.
guys to watch it. It's such a good movie.
I remember you talking about it.
He's so good. It's like he's actually acting. For
My-
once.
my-
like he's actually trying.
Exactly.
My movie list is like my to watch anime to watch list, which is like, yeah, I'll watch it someday,
Yeah.
and then
They're all
I just-
movies I've heard of, but I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I'll get to to it eventually.
You gotta watch it. It's good.
Yeah.
What gets me now is like sometimes memes just get me like the urge to watch certain movies now. Like Megamind memes have been like coming up more recently, and I'm just like, I should
Have you watched that movie?
I have not watched
really
Megamind.
good.
I've heard it's
actually
really good. I've heard it's like
It's
really ahead of its
actually
time.
good,
Yeah. And just seeing the memes, I saw the memes and I'm just like, let me watch a few clips. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should like sit down and watch this. Maybe I'll do that tonight, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Megamind.
I'll watch Megamind
Or do you also have to be in the right mindset to watch that?
I kind of do.
It's literally Megamind, Khan. It's a kids movie. You don't have to be in a mindset.
Is it Pixar? It's not
no,
Pixar.
no.
It's
Is it not
DreamWorks,
Pixar?
right?
Oh, it's DreamWorks.
It's DreamWorks.
Never mind.
I have to be in certain moods to watch entertainment. Okay.
God.
I can understand that too.
I'm a very picky
But Adam
person.
Sandler and like DreamWorks and that kind of stuff, that's supposed to be the type of genre that does so well because you can watch it anytime.
That's right.
No, but like sometimes, you know, when you watch like a show or something that people have been talking about, and you just watch it.
Megamind is not
just to keep up with like.
acclaimed masterpiece. You don't need to pay attention. You just watch it, Khan.
Well, I want to pay attention to the shit I watch, Connor. I want to pay attention to it.
There is a genre of entertainment that does very well because you don't need to pay attention
It's
to
the
it.
brain dead
Turn on the
entertainment.
brain dead.
Yeah.
I even in the brain dead stuff, I like to pay attention just
Use
because.
it when you're making thumbnails.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like
On the
that. Stuff that
background.
you can do.
I thought that was
other
what
stuff.
YouTube videos for. I thought that was what Trash Taste was for. You know, that's the brain dead content, right?
It's hard to do when you're
Sell
watching
ourselves
subs,
then.
though. If you've got subtitles, though, it's kind of a little harder.
The Trash
Oh,
Taste,
yeah,
YouTube's most brain dead podcast.
Because like sometimes you put on a YouTube video, right? Sometimes you put it on like the second monitor, and then it starts, and you're like, oh, this is some main monitor shit. Oh, okay. And you're like,
Switch it
you have to like swap it over to the main monitor, and you're like, oh, okay, this is that's how you know it's top tier content. When it's not on your second monitor, it's on your main monitor, man.
I get that.
And that to me is just like every movie. I can't have a movie on in the background, right?
No, I can't do that either.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I know you can.
Can you do that?
You know, it's tough these days because I actually don't really consume a lot of media, sadly enough.
Because you're streaming 9 hours a day, every day.
That,
Yeah,
and I have an issue where if I really get into a series, I have to finish it in one go.
Oh, God.
Like recently, I
Deadly.
was reading a manga that I got into the other night. It's been out for a long time.
I thought you said Among Us.
No, Among Us. Please, no. I can't with the Among Us.
I looked at God and we just made eye contact. We're like, Among Us? Among Us.
That game is infiltrated everyone's brains, I swear.
Never heard anyone pronounce it Among Us.
Among Us. Did I really say it like
You
that?
said it like that.
Oh, God, I can't believe it. I'll never forgive myself.
I just love how we all three of us just perked up and just looked at each other. It's like Among Us.
Which manga?
Sorry, we completely.
No, it's okay.
we
It's actually it's not a super new one. It's called, what was it? I believe in Japanese, Imawa no Kuni no Arisu, which is
Alice in Borderland.
Yeah. I read the whole
Netflix
manga.
show.
I watched the Netflix show. I watched all of it, and I was like, this is pretty good. And so I just had to figure out what the ending was. And so I read the whole manga from start to finish in one day, and I was like, I could have done a lot of other stuff, but I had to keep reading it.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. I thought the ending was okay. It was fine. But I thought like the writing and like the emotional like writing was it gets a little much sometimes. It's like a little edgy, but overall I thought it was very well done. So I recommend it.
I think that's just like most survival horror mangas.
True.
It's just like a little touch of too edgy.
Yeah.
By the way, this is not because of Squid Game that I've been getting into like kaiji and stuff like that. I liked kaiji and
You liked kaiji before it was cool.
Before it was cool.
But like I've been into like death game stuff like before Squid Game popped up.
Well, it's your job, right?
just-
So
Yeah.
sure you have
Exactly.
some-
I have to do my research.
It's a form of inspiration.
Damn, those guys are good.
Oh shit, why did I think of that? Fuck.
But,
Yeah, I don't know. To me, not Squid Game, just death game manga and anime are definitely like some of my guilty pleasures.
Oh yeah.
Because there are some, like, I think in terms of like the tier of like well-written death games, I think Squid Game is like on the side of the better written ones, even though it is a bit edgy sometimes. But sometimes you just like read something that's just pure edge, and it just for some reason it's just I don't know, man.
I can
It's
name
like
about-
junk food for me.
I can name about 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what a lot of them do feel quite samey after a while, though.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, okay.
You start to be able to predict things, the way the games are going to go.
Yeah,
It's because they're all influenced by each other.
Yeah,
So it's like there's only so much you can do until someone is like, no, let me try something else.
Yeah.
Have you watched Squid Game then? Yeah.
I did. I watched it again all in one night because I couldn't take a break.
Me too.
Yeah, and I thought it was very good. I thought it was a very solid show, and I liked it a lot. Of course, there are things that I wasn't super into, but overall, I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the perfect show, but really good.
Yeah.
Approves.
Yeah.
What I find interesting about the whole Squid Game like getting mainstream stuff now is I've seen so many debates about the subs versus dub in the mainstream now.
How is that a
and it's so surreal, right?
Well, I mean, some of the dubbing in Squid Game was.
I keep getting recommending clips of some of the dub clips in Squid Game, and I'm just like, how are people watching this right now? Because I think I can't remember. I think I saw it on like Philip DeFranco where there was a metric of how many people watched it dubbed. I think it was like 60 or like 69% people.
Wait, more people watch the dubs?
Because people just on Netflix, people just. When you do it, if you've got your language set to English, it's just automatically in English.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't want to then flip to
I think as well for some countries, like the original Korean like voices just weren't available.
What?
Yeah, because like I remember my sister was telling me in Australia there was no option other than the English dub.
What?
Like you have to watch it in English dub, and she's like, "What the fuck? I don't want to watch it in English dub." But yeah, so I think it also depends on the country as well.
I mean,
which is a bit weird.
It's interesting because I've watched Netflix shows with the dub when they aren't originally, like when it's a different language other than English. I've watched English dubs on Netflix that I didn't think were terrible, but that was something special.
Like half the actors are speaking in a different like type of English.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think half the voice actors are Americans, and then the other half are like British.
The old woman just doesn't sound like an old woman. You know, that should be like the first thing that you try and do to like at least give a little bit of effort to not sound like a 25-year-old.
Yeah, from the clips I've seen, it definitely gives the impression that none of the dub voice actors knew how big this was going to be.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone involved.
And I don't think even Netflix knew how big this was going to be. And you can definitely see it.
Parent.
Yeah, because like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're in the anime community, but for me, especially when it comes to live action, I can't imagine watching live action in anything but the original language.
It's
with
so much
subtitles.
more jarring.
It's so jarring.
Although it is also a guilty pleasure of mine, like every now and then I watch like a live action Hollywood film with the Japanese dub. It's
Why, Joey? Why?
It's so funny.
It is funny.
It
It is
So-
funny.
and even when they get like top voice actors in like the anime sphere to like voice over like Vin Diesel in fucking Fast and Furious, I'm just like, it's so weird. It's so weird to hear a different voice that's not Vin Diesel's come out of Vin Diesel's mouth.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Piqued my curiosity.
I mean, luckily,
Yeah,
when
you should.
go-
It's really funny.
I mean, luckily in Japan, normally all the movies are in subbed in the cinema.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah.
Thank you, because I can watch them.
It's all the ones that make it the DVD that are dubbed.
Yeah, DVD, they have an option now.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Japan and cinemas. I can actually enjoy going to the cinema.
It is weird watching like Japanese dubs of like Western cartoons though. That is weird. Like
Like Simpsons.
yeah, Simpsons. Like hearing Japanese Rick and Morty as well.
Oh,
that was
Japanese
so
Rick and
surreal.
Morty.
But
It's so weird.
that's when I can like kind of get behind it because it actually suits it a lot in a lot of the scenes. Like they like whoever voices Rick fucking blew it out of the park.
Did a great
yeah,
job,
did a
I
great
agree.
fucking
I
job.
want to go listen to this now.
It's not bad. I was
Okay,
like, wow.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like the being on the other side of things, where it's like, oh, not all dubs are bad, even if it's like originally in English.
Well,
for
you know,
once.
Trash Taste is better in Russian. Everyone knows that.
Of course.
Yeah, Connor in Russian Trash Taste
I
sounds
sound
like
amazing.
he sounds like he wrestles bears for a living. Like-
I really am envious of that man.
So have you had like time to watch anything else in your schedule, or is it just like
Just random stuff.
just random stuff?
Recently I got really into like it's a super obscure like Yakuza film series called
okay.
I know what it's called in English, Battles Without Honor or Humanity. I need to figure out what the name
That
is.
sounds like a Yakuza film.
That is the most Google translated title I've ever heard.
I need to find out the name of it. I wish I could look it up.
So what's the plot of these movies?
It's a really long plot.
Okay.
It's just about this one guy and his entire experience from start to finish, entering the Yakuza family, and it's just I can't explain why I like it. it's just kind of cool. And like a lot of the sound clips are just really iconic. The music is really iconic. You'll hear it sampled a lot in Japanese rap. It's just really neat. And there's a lot of blood. It was one of the like most prominent, I think, Yakuza films made in Japan. There's 5 of them. I haven't watched the last one, but I've been slowly working through them. I found them on Amazon with English subtitles. There was only 1 copy in the world, and I got it.
Oh, wow. So it wasn't even streamed. It was like physical media. Holy shit. That's how you know. That's how you know it's like underground.
OG.
Yeah, I was recommended.
How did you find it then?
I was recommended it by a friend who really likes Japanese movies, and I was like, I should check it out. And I really like it.
When was the last time you bought physical media?
Mother knows breast.
Oh yeah, yours is easy.
Like bought it to watch it. I'd say.
I watched it.
You've watched. You've actually put it in. You put it in.
I don't have a DVD player.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you have a DVD player?
No, but PlayStation works just fine. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time
Blu-ray.
I brought like a DVD or a Blu-ray that I actually watched.
Yeah, right.
I've even bought like anime Blu-rays and DVDs, but just like that's just so I can own them physically.
Yeah, even if I bought it, I'm putting that shit in. You know how annoying it is getting up, bending down, putting it in. Fuck, dude, man, I can just Chromecast this stuff.
My poor knees.
Yeah,
I'm an old man now. You know. Sorry, I'm a child now. But I was an old man one time, and that was very difficult to.
You are an old man stuck in a child's body.
I am. I just want to do everything digitally. It's so much easier. I prefer to.
I mean, that's why it's become
that's why
slowly dying medium. Right?
Yeah, that's why you like. I mean, forget DVDs. You don't watch anything that's not on Netflix nowadays.
You know what sucks is that everything good is on like Hulu and HBO, and I'm like, we don't have that shit. How do we? It's so unfair. I'm like, I don't know how to do this. Please help me. I want HBO. Everything seems to be on HBO.
Oh, I mean, a lot of the good shows, I say like a lot of the critically acclaimed shows seem to be on HBO.
Yeah, and you can't get it outside of America.
Is this where you slip in a sponsorship, perhaps?
Funny thing, like a lot of HBO shows and a lot of TV shows are available on YouTube to buy.
Oh.
But I've noticed like because because I've watched Chernobyl and I watched that on YouTube.
Oh, I watched it on Amazon Prime.
Oh, it's on Amazon Prime here?
Yeah, I watched it on Amazon Prime.
Okay, but that's probably like the last amazing live action TV show that I've like properly got into.
Yeah, I love that. That's so good.
Fucking amazing.
You guys just realize sometimes how things have developed with like anime and Japanese culture in general? Because I remember a time when I was younger and I had to beg Mama Mori to drive me 40 minutes to the only small anime store in our state.
I mean, the fact that you even had an anime store.
Yeah.
Your privilege is showing.
Listen, man, Pocky was $6, and I remember saving up all what little allowance I could scrape.
Pocky, oh my god!
Was like, I think you
pay that with a ramen.
Yeah, with a ramen.
I don't know about Gaunt, but like I came into anime just as it was kind of becoming more globalized, and the internet was kind of kicking into full force. And even back then, it was like you couldn't get anything, like nothing.
Yeah,
you didn't live through the dark ages.
No, all I could get was like the worst I had to deal with was like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Espanol Part 1. That was like that was like the worst I had to deal with. But I could still get it. Like I could get it.
No, I mean we could also get it as well. It just was a lot harder to find. You know, it's we had to put more work into it other than just streaming. I feel like streaming made anime just like kind of like it made anime fucking way more accessible. Because even back in my day, I still bought DVDs whenever I could, right? But then once streaming became a thing, I just stopped buying DVDs at all. And it is certainly weird to see anime become way more fucking popular nowadays, even though none of us watch it anymore. Right, Joey?
Hell yeah. You got that right. The more popular anime has become, the less I've watched. It's a weird, like, symbiotic
Do you watch as much anime now, Callie?
I mean, to be honest, I feel like all the anime I'm really interested in is older stuff that I get recommended. For example, Kaiji and Baki I've been really into.
Baki?
Baki?
Hell yeah.
Let's
go. Hell
my
yeah.
guilty pleasure. I just,
Hell yeah.
man.
Are you caught up on the anime?
No, I've been that is the only one that I have been slowly watching because I don't want it to end. So I've been like day by day watching an episode. Nice.
It's so good. I love Baki.
I still need to watch the anime.
What part do you want, if I'm allowed to ask?
Let's see. What part did we stop off at? Let me think. Because I've been watching it with a friend who is also a big fan.
Oh, okay.
And we've been watching like at the same time, like overseas, completely separated from each other.
Oh, nice.
Let me see, which part were we at?
What was the last thing that happened?
Yeah, what was the most iconic thing that happened?
What do you mean? Every episode is iconic.
I think Baki officially challenged his father. I think was the last thing that happened that I saw. I'm like trying to
Doesn't
not.
that happen like 10 times?
Yeah.
Maybe it was the first time.
Do you realize how little that narrows it down?
In the new season.
Okay.
Oh, season 3?
I have to admit.
Oh,
When
okay.
I started,
so you're pretty far then.
Yeah, when I started watching Baki, I actually didn't. I challenged myself and I didn't watch it with English subtitles. I watched it completely Japanese with Japanese only subtitles, and I did not figure out that Baki's dad was who he is until I put on the subtitles. I felt so ashamed. I was like, wow, 3 years self-study Japanese and I can't even figure that out.
I feel you. I feel you. Because sometimes, like, do you watch all anime unsubbed now then? Or do you watch like some subbed, some unsubbed?
It depends. Usually what I'll do is if it's one that I've seen before, I'll watch it without subtitles.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do watch it with subtitles, but they're Japanese subtitles. So I at least get the kanji to like help me out if I can't really hear how something's pronounced right.
Yeah. Do you, if there's like something you don't understand, do you like rewind as well? And like just to see if you...
Sounds like a nightmare.
It is a nightmare. I mean,
that's how you learn, man.
That's how you learn. You're not watching it in the same way that you're watching to enjoy anymore. It is a learning experience.
Study material.
Yeah. It is study material. I mean, in terms of study material, I can think of worse study material than anime. Yeah. But
for sure.
It's the sacrifice you have to make, I guess, to make.
Well, that's why you got to like use like a series you've already seen and like are familiar with, right?
I felt really bad because like when I was hanging out with some Japanese friends and everyone was watching Kaiji and I watched it too, and of course there were no English subtitles, so I was watching and I recall going home and going on Wikipedia and looking up what happened in each episode.
I mean, there are some shows that are easier to follow than others. I can barely follow like the rules of what is happening in Kaiji in English, let alone in another language.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I mean, those Peppa Pig plot lines, man. Those things are fucking complex, man. Very complex.
Honestly, you laugh, but yeah, I took Lady Beard's advice and I started watching Peppa Pig in Japanese. And I could tell my Japanese was improving by how much of Peppa Pig I could understand. And then it got to a point where I could understand 80 to 90% of Peppa Pig. And that was the first time I felt, holy shit, I'm actually making fucking progress.
It's like Thanos with his hand, like power. Oh, this is power.
Holy shit, Peppa Pig's a good show.
and then I graduated to normal anime after that. And even then, there are some anime, you have to be very selective in the anime you watch if you want to treat anime as a study material. Because some things are just like so far beyond your level.
Baki seems like a hard one to choose.
Yeah, because I feel like Baki would be pretty hard because there's so much explanation of like what is happening on screen and like the backstory and stuff.
Oh, trust me, I read the manga and I sometimes have to like double take, being like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm pretty sure I'm fluent in this language and it doesn't look like my language.
It's like sometimes Baki is like a visual storytelling medium and then sometimes it's really not, you know. It's
and sometimes it's a novel.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember where I was. We just left the prison. Please don't spoil it for me. Please, chat. Please, I beg of you, don't spoil it for me. We also do fake spoilers in my chat. listen, no, because they will watch this. Listen, they will watch
Static
this.
chat.
Listen. You got some time now between this episode airing to finish.
Marathon. I was marathon it because we do fake spoilers in my chat. So people, you can't trust anyone what anyone's saying. So I say, guys, throw out some fake spoilers. So people who are putting out real spoilers could be lying. We don't know. That's how I protect my chat.
Oh, don't worry. Baki's one of those shows where you could give out a real spoiler and you'd be like, I guess that's what happens.
We gave out a bunch last episode, actually.
We literally just talked about Baki, so it's
so good.
Wasn't planned at all that we'd mention Baki again. But thank you very much for building on what we said before.
Please go and watch Baki.
Yes,
watch Baki.
Please, I beg.
It is now VTuber approved.
Yeah, exactly. So, Grim Reaper approved. Watch Baki.
I know you guys are here too because I know I have a lot of fans of me who literally come to my stream and say I came here from Trash Taste. A lot of deadbeats whose names I see over and over and over again who are always there. I'm really thankful to you guys. Thank you so much for bringing me so many cool deadbeats.
Of course. You came on.
Yeah.
You did the work. I just sat here.
I just sat here and asked you questions.